Down there? You brought garbage cans?
Yeah, Ryan said we can get 2 more.
For where?
I don't know where. I'm looking for Ryan. Matthew? Where's the washing machine?
Alright, excellent. I'm ready to start dinner. Getting bad out there. Might just get props. What? The fence? Oh no, the design no. Probably November. I would say November probably. Because hopefully we'll do one and we'll host like championship here end of October.
Yes!
And then the one come up, yeah. And it depends on weather and everything else. Like if they say all of a sudden there's gonna be some storms happening for a long time.
You know where to find all the shade.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking around. Well, you can always put it for your ticket.
It was a collective agreement. Yeah.
I drove up from Perth, and the first thing I was like, food? let's go buy some food.
Oh, good. It was my first day today. So it's going well. So it's cool. Hello.
I would embarrass you every single day at Perth with some of the stuff you do. I would say he's only like technically. Oh, I see over there. We're talking to Teva, but he has a class at 6. He's registered for the second game, but technically not. Well, he has their last half.
So this is where they don't want anybody stepping over.
Oh, this is good turf.
Sorry.
I would need to
Yeah, like I said, I'll just be at there. I keep watching.
I'd probably say one of my favorites is
Wave me down.
Pride. That's a good one. Uno's a classic.
Hey,
Dutch
how are
Blitz
you?
is fun, but also chaos. It's fun. It's very fast-paced and chaotic. The best. No. Yeah. I think it's just too much for what I'd be able to track it. Like what I like board games, but like some of those games will go on for like days, and I don't think I could do that. So, no, but Dutch Blitz is basically it's hard to describe, but it's kind of like if you mix solitaire and spoons, but then if everyone played at the same time. So like, it's really chaotic, but it's a lot of fun. It's like everyone's playing solitaire onto. It's not exactly solitaire, but like everyone's playing onto the same like deck, building in the middle at the exact same time, and cards are like passing around and just like. Solitaire's good. I grew up without solitaires or anything, so a lot of that was my childhood there. So. I was saying didn't bring it with me, but for sports games I have one of those like old school call bells. Like it is loud as all hell, but no, I didn't bring it today because it would probably overpower everything. But some indoor sports games I'll be bringing it.
On the college 50th, they created cowbells, like little ones.
Hello and welcome to this OCAA matchup between the 1-0 St. Louis Surge versus the 2-0 Algonquin College Wolves. I'm your play-by-play commentator Seth Poirier, and alongside me in the booth is my color commentator Lucas Gallen. Lucas, great game ahead of us here today. We're going to see both these teams go at it, both on the winning column. Algonquin is in first in the East right now, fifth in the OCAA as of right now, and looking to get a third win here against the St. Louis Surge. What do you think that this matchup here today is going to bring us?
I think this matchup, me personally, you're going to bring a lot of movement. You know, seeing them out on the field, a lot of high kicks. Just everybody's going to be going fast, going to be going hard. They're all trying to get their third win or their second win. Then we're going to see some nice, clean soccer today, eh, Seth?
100%. And in 2024, the Surge, Lucas, were 7th place in the East in the OCAA, finishing with a record of 2 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. They had 9 goals for and 54 against. So obviously, Surge are looking for a more defensive side here this year, and also more on the offensive side too, because they only scored 9 but allowed 54 goals. So what do you think that the Surge have to do to play a well-rounded defensive game, but also find themselves scoring goals here today?
Yeah, and I think in order for them to make a nice defensive game, as you were saying, we got to get our marks on. Everybody's got to be in their proper spots, get our blocks on, and then everything will fall into place.
Yeah, because this year, obviously, Surge beat Fleming last weekend 4-0, so that's how they got their first win. So obviously they start in the winning column, already have a win compared to last year only having 2. And on the Algonquin side, last year they were 3rd place in the East in the OCAA. They finished with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie, and had 29 goals for and 7 against. So for this year, what do you think Algonquin has to do to keep winning like they did this past weekend?
I think for them to keep winning, they just got to keep their aggression up. They got to keep their movements got to be on point. Shots and passes got to be on point, and we got to keep those goals up.
100%. This year, already 1st place in the East in the OCAA, winning their past 2 games against Fleming and Durham this past weekend. They won 1 game versus Durham 2-0, and Fleming they won 8-0. So they scoring a lot and playing well defensively. So obviously we're going to see a lot of Samantha Jones. That's one player we got to mention for Algonquin. The other player, Alex Obey. Those 2 players here are going to combine for a lot of the offensive strategy for this Algonquin College Wolves soccer team. And on the opposite end, we got for the St. Louis Surge, we got Haley Corbett, Maddie Clark, are those two players right there that are going to change the rhythm of this game. So Maddie Clark is the goaltender for St. Lawrence. She had a clean sheet last weekend against Fleming, and Haley Corbett had a goal and an assist last game. So we're going to look for them here to contribute on the offensive side and defensive side. But Lucas, from your point of view, what do these players have to do for their team to come out here with the win here at on this beautiful Wednesday night?
I'm going to keep saying this. It's team synergy, right? You always got to be in the locker room. You got to be buddy-buddy with each other. You got to know once if I make that pass, that this player's here to always get that pass, right, Seth?
100%. You know, we'll dive into keys to win here. Algonquin really has to keep high offensive energy, right? They scored 8 goals in one game and 2 in the next. They scored 10 goals in 2 games, Lucas. We don't see that often, 8 goals in one game in soccer. So they got to keep their high energy on offense. They also got to keep a lot of pressure on their defensive side against the Surge offense, so they don't allow Surge to come in, because they scored 4 against Fleming. So they're still able to produce offensively, and also they got to keep their ball possession. They don't want to give Surge the free chance. They don't want to give them any free place to go and score. And if you're St. Lawrence here, you want to have a great defensive strategy to stop this offensive powerhouse that Algonquin is producing in the last 2 games. And also, you want to create ball movement, and you want to find ways to score. You want to find ways to produce, to get that ball to fall in the back of the net. In your opinion, what else would you add to here for both of these teams to come out and try to keep on going in the win column?
Yeah, main thing that everybody should be looking out at is stamina management. You don't want to get gassed too early. They're always, Algonquin Wolves are known for playing the nice long matches, getting all those goals. You need to keep your stamina up. You got to be on your toes at all times. You never know what's going to hit you.
And last game, Lucas, St. Lawrence shot 60 shots against Fleming in the 4-0 victory. So a lot of shots there. So obviously Surge can produce on the offensive side. Let's see how much they can produce here if against this Algonquin's team. And Algonquin played 2 games, averaging 26 shot a game. So they're still producing on the offensive side. So let's see here which team is able to produce more offensively and which team produces more defensively, because obviously you'll see different strategies here today.
Of course, yeah. But like I was saying, with Algonquin Wolves, they have less shots fired overall than the St. Lawrence Surge does, but they've got more goals. Their shots, making them count. But the St. Lawrence Surge, maybe their strategy, keep on shooting, see where it goes from there, right, Seth?
100%. Last year's matchup, the Wolves went down to Kingston to battle it out against St. Lawrence College. They won 5-0 last season. So let's see here this year when we see them again here at home and not in Kingston, if Algonquin have around the same result, if they can find a way to keep going in the win column for them. But both these teams here are coming in here today and are going to try to fight their way to get on the scoreboard and also get another win here.
Yeah, these are 2 very strong teams that we have pitted against each other. I'm not expecting to see, no wishy-wash, no clean sweep. It's going to be a hard-fought battle, and I'm excited to see who's going to come out on top.
And talk about goaltending. We got Paige King for the Wolves, and then we got Maddie Clark for the Surge. What are you expecting from both of these players here today?
I'm expecting what I expect out of every goalie that I see. Block all the balls. Don't let any goal in. Do as much as you can. Try not to get gassed. And overall, that's all you got to do.
Do you think that if the goaltenders play well and they play how they've been playing in their respective games, do you believe that that team will come out on top, or the team that will come out on top is the one that produces more offensively? Or what are we thinking, Lucas? More defensive strategy or offensive strategy is going to win this game for either team here today?
I'm thinking all the coaches say that a good offense is a better defense. So the key to the game, make sure your goalie is on point. I think the defensive approach is going to be the way for this game.
100%, and we're going to get underway here very soon. But Lucas, it's looking like it's going to be a great day here for this soccer game. Blue sky here, a bit of clouds, not too cold, not too hot, perfect day to be out here if you're St. Lawrence College and the Algonquin College Wolves. It's going to be an exciting matchup here today, and I'm expecting a nice game by both of these teams, and we'll see here who can get the first goal. Because talk about momentum, we talked about it earlier when we were off air, Lucas. Momentum is a big key in any sport, but what how can the team achieve early momentum here today? If you're the Wolves or Surge, what can they do to start that off early?
Either team, to start it off early, if they have that one magnificent play, that one pass that they make, and it leads into a goal, it might shatter the enemy, the opposition's mental, and that can lead into a steamroll. Algonquin is known for, again, getting the 3 goals in the one match, known for getting that offensive steamroll, and they just don't stop.
100%. We mentioned last year's matchup with a winning 5-0. Let's see here today if they can reproduce that. But versus Fleming, Samantha Jones, 2 goals. Alex Obey, 2 goals. Paige King has a clean sheet in both games last weekend versus Durham and Fleming. Alex Obey versus Durham had a goal and an assist, and Samantha Jones had a goal. So we mentioned Samantha Jones, we mentioned Alex Obey for Algonquin. Those are 2 players offensively that if they come out here today and they produce the numbers that we know they can produce, it's going to look good for them. And on the other side, for Surge, if Haley Corbett, if Kayla McPherson play well, they're good on the offensive side too. Haley had 1 goal, 1 assist, and Kayla had a goal herself versus Fleming. And if, like we talked about, if Maddie Clark can have another clean sheet or as clean of a game as possible, she can give her team the better chance of winning this game here today, Lucas.
It's like I was saying earlier, it's whatever happens, whatever big play happens, whether it's a star players involved or anybody. It's that one play that you got to do, and when it's made, we'll just see.
100%. We're going to get kicked off here shortly. We're going to have a little ceremony, and then Canada, and then kickoff will be upon us. We'll be right back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Algonquin Wolves versus St. Lawrence Surge OCAA matchup here today.
We get communication every day about the competing tricks, right? So I know it's not. I'm finding it a little. I'm trying to just be zen about it.
So what happens if they don't get back before, like, is he planning on pulling
I
out?
haven't communicated anything. I've been trying to figure it out. Like if we don't make a different decision this week, then he's just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, but they probably have like a date, like a refund date, right? Like where you can get
Yeah,
your refund.
my guess is they don't yet, but they will. I'm not even worried about it. Legally, they can't. Like I'm like the wrong person to like. I'm not worried.
Don't mess with mom. Yeah, okay,
I'm not
I
worried
got
about
you.
that. But the worst case scenario is that he loses his fall term. I don't think this will happen. I think the probability is very low. But the worst case scenario is he loses it and he doesn't start till January, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we lose a lot of but they'll have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't have to say that.
Yeah. So who is it? The college there that's striking, or is it the teachers, or?
It's just the full. Oh, here it's full. Yeah, no, there it's full-time faculty.
Full-time faculty. Okay.
So only, and actually there are classes running where there are part-time or TAs. I'm like, what are the chances in a first-year program, but first-year class, all of these classes are taught by full-time faculty in first year of computer science.
Yeah.
I said the probability is so low.
Remember, Jeff Pierce is the opposite
Yeah,
opposing team.
I'm very supportive of these processes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it if I wasn't prepared.
Yeah. No. But hopefully everything works out well.
Yeah, thank you for caring.
Jess, we need access to the mic now. I just told Jess she wanted to turn it
I'm just making sure it's not upside down. It's happened. I was in a meeting last week, and they're getting ready.
It's happened to me where the one side's like come off and it's just like on like VP.
Wolves fans, welcome to the Algonquin College Sports Field.
How are you for the year? Sorry? You're ready for the year? I'm ready for the year. I'm excited for it. Yeah, definitely. You? Yeah.
And your Algonquin to remind everyone that your attendance at this event entitles you to enjoy athletics in an educational setting. We ask that you please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging the student athletes, respecting the decisions of the coaches and officials, and being considerate of other spectators. We have some special guests in attendance tonight to help us kick off the home varsity season. Please join me in welcoming to center field Student Association Senior Manager of Athletics and Recreation, Jenny Duval. Hall of Fame, Jenny Duval. For our championship women's basketball seasons. Student Association General Manager, Ben Din. Algonquin College Vice President of Student Association, Krista Pearson. The Algonquin College Vice President of Student Services. The Student Association Director, Pauline Thompson. Student Association Director, Forecast Cato. Student Association Vice President, Ethan Lutz. And your Student Association President, Vanshika Sharma. And last but not least, everyone's favorite mascot, the Algonquin Wolves. Can the captains of both teams please join our guests for a photo? One more time, big round of applause. At this time, the Algonquin Student Association acknowledges that today's games are taking place on the traditional, unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin people. Now, if you're able, please rise and remove your hats and join us in welcoming the Sita Francis for the singing of our national anthem.
Our home and nation.
Hey, great job out there. That was awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that.
I don't want to eggs in the basket. Thank you. That was great.
All right, Bulls fans, let's welcome the St. Lawrence.
I'm gonna go sit. Want anything if you need water or anything, just let me know, okay? Thank you so much, eh?
Starting for the surge, number 6.
Yeah, just sit like on the ground right here.
Starting for the surge.
It is getting full. It's fun in the stands too.
Oh my goodness.
Starting for the surge, number 12. Starting for the surge, number 13. Nikolai. Starting for the surge, number 14. Megan. Starting for the surge, number 15. Gwen Carson. Starting for the surge, number 17.
But he's not sure which year because it was so long ago. But we know.
Head coach, Jimmy Mansfield. Coach,
You know when the other members are showing up or?
all right, Bulls fans, let's hear you get loud and make some noise for your starters, for your Algonquin Wolves. Starting for the Wolves, third-year goalkeeper from Munster, Ontario, number 1, Paige King. Starting for the Wolves, the rookie from Bell High School, number 2, Anika Dubo. Starting for your Wolves, the rookie from Holy Cross in Amherst View, Ontario, number 3, Ashley Woodcock. Starting for the Wolves, the rookie from St. Joe's, number 6, Alyssa Tay. Starting for your Wolves, the second-year player from Almont, Ontario, number 9, Olivia Bradley. Starting for your Wolves, a second-year player from Lancaster, Ontario, number 11, Danica Mader. Starting for your Wolves, a third-year player from Sir Wilfrid Laurier, number 13, Samantha Jones. Your Wolves Den Athlete of the Week, Samantha Jones. Starting for your Wolves, a third-year player from Gatineau, number 17, Cassandra Da Cruz. Starting for your Wolves, a third-year player from MT, number 21, Jasmine Young. Starting for your Wolves, second-year player from West Carleton, number 24, Mercedes Vaninga. And lastly, starting for your Wolves, a second-year player from Long Sault, Ontario, number 25, Alex Obey. Your head coach in his 8th year, Basil Phillips. Assistant coach, Steve Ball. Assistant coach, Mariah Hartford. Assistant coach, Cassandra Vanderland. And the world's greatest head therapist, Vanessa Harrington. But we got Steve in the building. Let's go, Steve.
And we're back underway here at the
Bulls fans,
Algonquin
this is our home
field
opener,
here.
our
We have Algonquin in an all-white uniform going right to left, and St. Lawrence College in the red uniforms going left to right. St. Lawrence will start with the ball here. Lucas, it's going to be a great game, and we're almost underway here. Kickoff is shortly going to happen in front of us.
I'm getting hyped, Seth. Kickoff starts, goes on over.
Number 15 passes it on the left side of the pitch. Trying to find her teammate. Nice move on the left side. Intercepted by Algonquin. Running up right down the middle. pass gets intercepted by Braga. Algonquin has a shot for the goal. That's number 13, Samantha Jones, putting pressure up against Maddie Clark. Maddie Clark boots it away.
Big header coming in from number 6 on the Spark side.
Algonquin with possession of the ball. Number 24, that's Mercedes Vaninga with the ball there, passes it up, trying to find a teammate, gets intercepted by number 12 from the Surge, that's Weir. Nice move there by Algonquin. It's going to get whistled by the official. It's going to be St. Lawrence ball there. Starting 11 for St. Lawrence Surge. At striker, we have number 6, Corbett. Left wing, we have number 19, Fumageli. Number 5 at right wing, we got Hope. Center mid, we got number 15, Arsenault. We got number 18, McPherson. We got number 17, Frew. Left back, number 13, McBride. Center mid, number 12, Weir. Center mid, number 7, Braga. Right back, Paquette. And in goal, Maddie Clark. That's your starting 11 for the Surge. And number 5 shoots it on the net, and it's a big save made by Paige King. Number 5, Ava Hope with the shot there. Big save made by King there, Lucas.
Like I said, it's always defense, defense, defense. You got to be watching out for those goalkeepers. They know what they're doing.
Surge playing very well offensively here, forcing a lot of pressure against this Algonquin defense. They haven't seen that so far that much here against Fleming and against Durham. They have a lot of efficiency offensively. Let's see here if Surge can find a way to get through this Algonquin's defense. As we see here, Hope forcing a lot of pressure against Page in net. Ball on the left side gets intercepted by Hope. Number 2 for Algonquin, Dubois. Pass it all the way up to Samantha Jones on the left side. She has room.
13.
She has room, Lucas.
Number 13 going
Trying
on.
to find a
Passes off,
pass
interception.
there. Interception made by number 14.
Passed off to number 3.
Paquette.
Passes off to number 7.
Algonquin possession of the ball. Passes right down the middle. And it's kicked off by Maddie Clark. Ball almost goes out of bounds. Algonquin remains with possession. Intercepted by Surge. That's number 19, Fumageli on the left side. Number 21 for Algonquin intercepts that ball. That's Young. Samantha Jones pushes pressure on Paquette. Algonquin still with possession of the ball. Big pressure against Maddie Clark. Maddie Clark, easy save there, Lucas.
I keep on saying this, defense, you got to be there, you got to be in the right spot, you got to be at the right time. That goalie for both sides have always been there.
Algonquin, a lot of pressure offensively here, not able to get that. Dubois running down the left side of the pitch, not able to get control of that ball. It's going to be goalie kick here for Surge. Maddie Clark with her first goalie kick here. 4 minutes into this first half of this home opener for this Algonquin College Wolves. It's been a back and forth match up to right now. Let's see here if this keeps going. Who will come up with the upper hand and get the first goal of this match here? As we see De Cruz with the ball, trying to find an open teammate, trying to find Dubois on the left side, not able to connect. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for St. Lawrence. Number 14, Paquette, will take the throw-in. Surge moving around, trying to find an open teammate. Samantha Jones causing a lot of pressure offensively. Woodcock with possession of the ball, passes all the way to the other side to Vaninga. Vaninga trying to find an open teammate, not able to connect. Ball goes out of bounds, going to be throw-in Surge. We don't talk a lot about Samantha Jones defensively. We talk a lot about her offensive game, but right there she made a great play on the left side here, right in front of us, Lucas. A great defensive play.
Like I'm saying, Samantha always got that ball possession. She's always there when she needs to be for her team.
Throw in here was made by Surge. We see McPherson kicking the ball away to Algonquin zone. Number 3, Woodcock, has possession of the ball. Nice pass to her teammate Dubois on the left side. Dubois controls it, trying to find an open teammate. Passes it to her teammate Bradley. Passes it to Veninga. Veninga passes it all the way up to her teammate number 21, Young. Young gets her pass, her ball intercepted, by Surge. It's going to be throw-in for Algonquin. And Algonquin starting 11, playing the 3-4-3 formation. In goal, Paige King. Left center back, Veninga. Center back, Bradley. Right center back, Woodcock. Center mid, De Cruz. Other center mid, Young. On the right side, we have Tate. On the left side, Dubois. Center field, we have Aubin. Right center field, we have Jones. And left center field, we have Mader. So that's just starting 11 for Algonquin here, Lucas. Throw in here for Algonquin. Ball thrown. Gets touched by Algonquin. Algonquin putting a lot of pressure offensively, but St. Lawrence playing a good strategy right now on the defensive side, not allowing Algonquin to get easy shots. They're clearing the ball out as we see Woodcock giving a nice pass to King. King finds Tate on the right side. Passing it up all the way to number 11, Mater. Samantha Jones going in right in front of Clark, not able to get a shot off. She had a running start there. She had a little distance. If that pass was a little less powerful, she would have been able to connect, and we might have seen the first goal of this match, Lucas.
As I keep on saying, the pass almost got her on the breakaway. If only that goalie wasn't there a bit earlier, she was there a bit later, it would have been a different outcome.
100% as we see Veninga clearing the ball, passing to her teammate as we see a run by number 2, Dubois on the left side, not able to connect. It's going to be an easy scoop for Clark. As we see Surge placing himself offensively, Clark kicks it off, gets deflected. Number 6, Corbet with the ball, gets intercepted by number 9, Bradley. Veninga with the ball, passes all the way to the other side of the pitch to Woodcock. Woodcock finds Dubois on the left side. She pushes down. She has Jones. Not able to connect to Jones. But then number 25 is able to find her on the right side. Not able to connect, but it's going to be the first corner of this game is awarded to the Wolves. As we see number 17, De Cruz, attempting this corner. Number 21, Young, is right there if she needs assistance. Let's see here. This is first real offensive chance for the Wolves. Let's see here if they can connect and get a goal here. Great corner kick. Ball gets cleared. It's bouncing around. Ball's up in the air. Surge are able to fall under it. That's number 15, Arsenault. On the left side of the pitch. Passes it up to her teammate, Corbet, who gets pushed out to the ground by Bradley. As we see Young take it up, passing it to Aubin, who tries to find Samantha Jones coming down the middle. Good pressure there by Braga, number 7, the defender for Surge. It's going to be another corner kick for Algonquin. Once again, we're going to see number 21 this time getting this corner. That's Young here, Lucas. Second opportunity here in this first 10 minutes of this game. Algonquin kicks it. It's up. It's almost a goal there, Lucas. We see Young take possession of the ball, passing it to Dubois. Veninga coming across the whole field. De Cruz possession of the ball, trying to find her teammate. Veninga with ball. Veninga back to De Cruz, who finds Tate. Tate gets a run for it. She's trying to find, she has a lot of teammates down in that box. Kicks it in, and it's intercepted by number 13, McBride for the Surge. De Cruz possession of the ball, passing it to Tate. Tate trying to find an open teammate. We're seeing a lot of back and forth here. Passing, with this Algonquin Wolves team here. We talked about in the pregame how the ball movement and the passing has to be very good between both of these teams, and we're seeing Algonquin doing a very good job not forcing any shots, unnecessary shots, I could say. They're trying to create some opportunities with some great passing there.
One thing that I keep on noticing is that all the throw-ins are advantage Algonquin College. Not once have they made it to the opposite end of the field to get an advantage for the Surge.
Clark kicks it off. Got Corbet. Corbet makes a move. Great defensive pressure by this Wolves team. As we see Dubois with a nice move inside, trying to find her teammate. She has number 11. Matt Mather on the left side gets intercepted by number 14, Paquette. We see Dubois getting it off to her teammate. We got Woodcock with possession of the ball, passing it back all the way back to her own zone. Bradley going to get it back, pass it on the other side of the pitch to Veninga. Veninga sprinting all across the right side of the pitch, passing it up to Jones. Trying to get to Jones. Jones is sprinting as fast as she can. She can't connect there, and Surge will get a goaltender kick. So we saw right there, high pressure right in front of us. Woodcock had to clear the ball away. Bradley decides to take it in her own zone, gives it to Veninga. Veninga tries to get a lead on pass, not able to connect to Jones there on the right side. It's going to be a goaltender kick here.
I keep on noticing that this match is mostly taking place in the Surge's end of the field. Barely have the Wolves been on the back foot. They've always been offense, offense, offense. I mentioned earlier how I want to see a more defensive strategy, but clearly they're not listening.
See Bradley passing it off to Woodcock on the left side here. Finding her teammate in the middle. That's Obey. Obey passing it to Veninga. Veninga sees her teammates on the right side, decides to push it up herself. All the way inside to her teammate. Number 11 is rushing it. That's Mater. It gets scooped up by Surge's goaltender, Maddie Clark. She boots it off. Great kick all the way to midfield. Corbet is right there to get it. It gets headed by Bradley. Frew is there, but Bradley puts more pressure on her. She's still playing. She's out of position here, out of her defensive position, and playing more on the offensive side. So you're going to see a lot of that for Algonquin. They like taking their defensive players. They like rushing the field and finding those open passes.
Yeah, all I've been seeing right now is whenever a pass is being made, a player is always there, no matter what. Even if it's on the far left end of the field, far right, always finding another player, which is great for the Wolves.
Samantha Jones, good move on the right side. And the ball goes out of bounds. And there's going to be a goal kick. But Samantha Jones, she's the player that if you're St. Lawrence, you don't want her to get the ball. She can produce a lot offensively. She had a goal against Durham. She had 2 goals against Fleming. So for Surge, you got to find a way to defend her. You got to find a way also to defend her partner in the middle, Alex Oben. She had a goal and assist versus Durham and 2 goals against Fleming, like we mentioned before the game. So we got to make sure that they find a way to guard her defensively, and their strategy's got to be around those 2 players, Lucas.
Like I keep on saying, every 5 minutes or so, we keep seeing that star player always has possession and is always there to pick up the pass.
As you see right here, intercepted by Aubin, and it gets passed off to Samantha Jones, who almost puts it back behind the net for the first goal of this match. That right there, if you're Clark, you want that pass back. You don't want to pass right up to Aubin, who is right there. That was a bad decision. Nothing happened. That's the good part, but it could have been an unfortunate situation there if you're St. Lawrence.
Again, this whole match has just been Wolves on the offense. I want to see some more offense coming in from St. Lawrence, but I don't know if that's capable right now. The Wolves seem to have a really strong defense and a really strong offense coming in.
As we wait the kick, there's going to be 12 Weir kicking it off instead of Clark. It gets Samantha Jones possession of the ball. Open, receive that pass, trying to find her teammate. Nice moves on the inside, pass it off to Woodcock on the left side. Woodcock finds Dubois, who's going to cross it in, and gets good defensive play made by Surge, but Jones takes it inside.
Yeah, one thing that I keep noticing right now is that whenever a possession is made, Algonquin Wolves know when to slow it down, know when for players to reposition.
As we see here, Algonquin taking possession once again. Samantha Jones with the possession of the ball, finding Armstrong, who passes it off to Obey, who almost scores there. Once again, that's another opportunity for this offensive side. If you're the Wolves, it's going to be a corner, another great opportunity here. So let's see here if the Wolf can capitalize off this one.
Like I keep saying, all I'm seeing is Algonquin Wolves in the corner, and that's exactly where you want to be. Kick comes through.
They want a handball, they're not getting it. The Crew's doing a lot of pressure there, Obey with the ball. Obey trying to find room there inside, trying to find a teammate. Shots off, and it's saved by Clark. Nice diving save made by her. As Dubois has possession of the ball. Great play defensively by Surge. They're pushing up, gets intercepted by Woodcock, who tries to find Dubois, who does not get possession of that ball. Woodcock races all the way down in their own end. She decides to take the safe route, give the ball back to her goalie, Paige King, who gets it off to the right side to Veninga. Veninga trying to find room. She's sprinting off that right side. Finds her teammate rushing there. She's got Armstrong. She's got Obey on her left side. She gets Obey. Obey not able to control that ball. Good job by number 12, Weir, for St. Lawrence. She's pushing it up, trying to find her teammate. She's got McPherson in the middle. McPherson pushing up. Gets intercepted by Bradley. Great defensive play made by her. Armstrong on the right side, finding Obey. That's going to be offside here. The first offside we see here with 17:30 played here in the first half, Lucas. So not a lot. We saw one whistle earlier, and we saw this offside. So not a lot of mistakes here made by both teams.
Yeah, the Wolves, one thing I've noticed, the Wolves always know when it's time to reset. Instead of taking another corner kick, they just pass it off to their goalie, and they get a reset going. Kick comes in.
As we see Obey rushing for it. Mater there too. Mater gets possession of the ball, not able to control that. Paquette trying to get away. Dubois with the ball. Trying to find a teammate. She's got Young there. The Crew's not able to get possession there. All the way back to Woodcock. Woodcock trying to pass it, gets intercepted by McPherson. McPherson trying to get it to Corbin, intercepted by Bradley. Bradley communicating to her team, trying to get that to Mater or Dubois, not able to connect that pass there. You saw here that communication made by Bradley, trying to get her teammates open, trying to get that ball there. Communication is a big key in any sport, but especially when it comes here to trying to figure out some things here, Lucas.
Like I said, communication always key. The rare occasion where we're making a pass on the Wolves' end and it doesn't find another player on the other end. Just hoping that more of that communication is going to come in and we get it closer to the goal and we get our first goal for this match.
Number 12, Weir here to kick it off. Dubois gets possession, trying to find her teammate, does a nice move on the inside. Intercepted by Surge here. We have Woodcock trying to get it. McPherson pushing it off to Corbet. Bradley passes it back to her goaltender. That's King. King passing it back to Bradley. Good pressure by Corbet. Bradley inside. She's got Veninga on the right side. Veninga's pushing it. Trying to find Armstrong. She got Jones. She got Obey in the middle. Connects with Jones. Not able to control that. Good play here made by Weir. McPherson trying to find Corbet. She's got him. Good play made by Bradley. Bradley's a strong defender. Her in that middle. She's not allowing Surge to get any opportunities here against her goalie, Paige King.
Like I keep saying, always going for the reset, always letting their players rest up, making sure that they can be into the positions, making sure that they can make the communications and make these plays that might be coming up right here, right now.
Obey rushing in. Good pass made by Veninga. Obeng able to get a shot off, but it's an easy routine save made by Maddie Clark in net as she boots it off. Control made by McPherson, who gets intercepted by De Cruz. De Cruz trying to find her teammate. She's got Dubois, she's got Mater. Dubois rushing on the left side. She gets control. It's going to be a corner kick here once again for Algonquin. Let's see here if this is their opportunity for them to do a goal. We saw them a couple times here already in this first 20 minutes. Get some corner opportunities, get some real great opportunities here to score. Let's see here if they're able to get the first goal of this game.
I feel like both sides are playing way too safe. You got to be making those aggressive plays. You got to be making that game-winning play in order for something to happen here. Whistle's blown.
We're going to retake that corner. The official did not blow that in yet. Now we attempt the corner. Algonquin's in the corner there. Young is there for assistant. Ball's up, and it's almost in. Almost Veninga there with the touch. Almost got it in there. It's going to be a goalie kick by Maddie Clark.
I like the aggressiveness. I like the play. Just a little unlucky. Preparing for the kick here. Preparing for the kick here on Surge's side. Surge goes for the kick.
Surge on the left side. Trying to find some offense urgency. They haven't had a lot of chance offensively, Lucas. It's been here on the Algonquin side. Pushes in. Got Samantha Jones. And it's
That's
a
our
goal.
first goal.
It's going to be an own goal for Surge. The first goal here of this game. And it's an own goal. Algonquin gets the first goal here today. Off a deflection. It was a cross coming in to Samantha Jones. But it's own goal. And it's going to be 1-0 for Algonquin here today, Lucas.
This is what happens when both teams play too safe. You play too solid, play too safe. People start making mistakes, start cracking under the pressure. You never know what's going to happen. You just got to change that play style up a bit. Kick goes through from number 15.
And we see their own goal. Good cross there made by Algonquin, able to produce that. And they were going to get a goal in a short time. They produced a lot of offensive energy. As we see another one right here, big cross here. And it gets scooped up by Maddie Clark. Maddie Clark awaiting her team to get ready. She boots it down the middle, trying to get Corbet. Possession with Dubois. And Dubois kicks it into number 14, Paquette's face. It gets cleared up. McPherson making a run for it. She got Corbet on her left side. Bradley's rushing in. Bradley, great play defensively made by her. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wolves.
Wolves always has that great defense, as we always know. Whenever it makes it onto their half of the field, you already know it's not going anywhere else except for the other half.
As we see a kick go out of bounds, number 14 Paquette's going to have the throw in here for St. Lawrence. She throws in and finds her teammate number 15, Asano, who kicks it up, and it's controlled by Dubois, who kicks it right back to her teammate Samantha Jones here on the left side. He's got Samantha Jones on the left side, not able to control it here. Number 21, Young, trying to find Samantha Jones on the left side, right? We're trying to get Samantha Jones involved. We saw her involved on that goal. She didn't score, but the cross was coming to her. It was a great job made by Algonquin on the offensive side as we are with the possession of the ball. Obeng, a big presence defensively, forces the foul here. It's going to be a free kick here for Weir.
I just want to see some more, you know, how do you say it? You need to pick a decision. The Surge, they need to either choose if they're going to be going full offense, full commit, or if they're going to be full committing to that defense. Something's got to happen here.
As we see here, The officials point that it's Surge ball. Let's see here maybe if this gets the first real offensive opportunity for St. Lawrence as see Paquette throwing it in to McPherson. It gets kicked back by Young. Aubaine's there to push it. Weird got possession of the ball. She has nowhere to go. Aubin has a great defensive presence there. It gets intercepted by Young. Young finding Aubin on that left side of that pitch. Kicking it all the way in, and it gets kicked out by Arsenault. Woodcock possession the ball here, all the way back to Algonquin's own zone. Bradley passes it to Veninga on the right side. Veninga controls it, has to run to it. She's making the push here. Let's see here if this is another opportunity for Algonquin. A pass here inside for Aubin, intercepted by McPherson. See Armstrong here on the right side, intercepting that back. Young trying to push it, not able to find her teammate. McBride passing it off, not able to find a teammate. That's number 17, the Cruz with possession of the ball, passing it off to the middle. We have Samantha Jones trying to find Aubin in the middle, not able to. We talked about how Jones and Aubin, how dangerous they could be. If they can have a 1-2 touch together, great things can happen for this Wolves women's soccer team. Let's see here if they can find a way to get a goal here in the back of this net for their team to add on to the goal that they got earlier in this game.
Again, the things about the star player, the 2 star players of the Wolves, they're always versatile, and they always take a decision and they commit. When they're on offense, they go. When they're on defense, they're always there for the interception.
As we see Algonquin making a push offensively, Aubin running it down. Braga's there for the Surge defense. And she ends up kicking the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Wolves.
Name something better than the Wolves in their favorite corners, huh?
100% as we see the ball go inside. Samantha Jones has possession, gets kicked off by Paquette. Great defensive player for St. Lawrence. As we see McBride kicking it off. It goes out of bounds, trying to find her teammate, Kelsey Littlejohn, number 10, who subs in just earlier on in this game. Veninga passes it in from the throw-in. Trying to find a teammate, intercepted by Littlejohn. Veninga making a push here from defensive position, comes up trying to find Aubin. Aubin finding Armstrong. And that's going to be offside. Armstrong had Dubois, she had Jones pushing, making the offensive pressure here, trying to make a goal-scoring chance, not able to there, Lucas.
I feel we could have seen something that way different outcome if we just had more communication and that offside call wasn't called. Would have been a different story.
100% here as we're approaching the 30-minute mark of this first half. Surgeon controlled the ball. Littlejohn going across, trying to get across the middle, and it gets pushed out of bounds by Armstrong. Littlejohn making her presence felt here in the first 5 minutes of her presence felt in this first 5 minutes here for herself in this game.
As I keep on saying, I think the Wolves, they might be getting tired. They're letting more of the Surge be in their side of the field. But you never know. Hopefully they can keep up this offensive pressure that the Wolves have, and we can get another goal soon.
As we have Dubois trying to find Samantha Jones. Samantha Jones rushing towards the net. Samantha Jones has Dubois on the right side, and it's an easy save for Clark. She had Aubin on the right side, not able to get her. That's an opportunity that Samantha Jones is going to want back. She knows how to score, and right there, that's not her best shot taken. That's not the best decision that she could have made. She had Aubin there. She could have went closer to take a shot or pass it off to Aubin for the easy score on the open net. Great save by Clark.
If she had more of her teammates there, it would have been an easy pass, easy score. And
the Cruz with possession of the ball, trying to find her teammate. Dubois trying to get open. Woodcock coming across from a defensive position on the offensive side. Dubois not able to get that reception of that pass from Woodcock. Just a little too strong on her part. It's going to be a goal kick here for Clark. We talk about for Algonquin, they got to keep high offensive energy. They're doing that here so far in this first 30 minutes of this first half of this game.
So far, as he said, first 30 minutes of this half, it has been absolutely brutal for the Surge, and have had very little time in the opposite end of the field. I think it's going to be a decisive, swift, aggressive attack coming in from Algonquin.
100% Lucas. As you see, we are kicking it off. Gets controlled by Young. Mater going to retrieve it. She has enough room. She has Obey and Jones in the middle, and it gets kicked out of bounds by Weir. Great defensive decision made by her. As we have a throw in here by Armstrong. Armstrong passing it off to Veninga. Veninga pushing it, passing it off to her teammate, who passed it off to Jones. Not able to connect to Jones. Great diving save by Clark.
It was a textbook save. She had no support coming in. It was a very easy save for the Surge. Kick goes through.
Armstrong possession the ball. Surge allowing a lot of Algonquin offensive players to find gaps, to find holes, and Algonquin's a very smart team, and they're putting the ball where their teammates going to be, not where they are a lot of times, and that's a great job by them. It's going to be here where they got to turn. Samantha Jones right open, and Clark makes a good save there, but what I was saying was Surge got to find a way to turn their defensive game into offensive game. Samantha Jones is there, and that's a great save made by Clark. Jones is down in the goal crease. She's shaken up as we see Young. Woodcock with possession of that ball. Woodcock down in the middle, gets intercepted by Surge. Corbet not able to control it. Bradley to Veninga. Veninga kicks out of bounds. Jones is shaken up. That's a big loss if you're the Wolves, if she can't come back in this game, Lucas.
Whistle was called a little bit late, but like you said, I hope everything is all fine and well, but that would be one-star player down. I feel the Wolves, they just need to solidify their game a bit more. Maybe after the halftime goes through, everybody will be rested up, get some water in you. We'll see after this.
100% here, and the lone goal so far has come off a own goal for the Surge. It was crossed in by Mater, trying to find Samantha Jones, trying to get her involved in their offensive game. It deflects off of the Surge defender, goes in, and it's a goal for Algonquin. As we're waiting Samantha Jones to see the result of her injury, but if you're the Wolves, you're hoping it's not a long-term injury, because Samantha Jones is a big part of your team all around, but especially on the offensive side, Lucas.
Yep, all while this happens, the clock is ticking down to get towards that halftime timer.
We'll be right back here shortly, take a quick break, and we'll be here with you guys in no time.
Let's give a warm Wolves round of applause for our Wolves and Athlete of the Week, Samantha Jones. She's tough. She'll be back. Join us Friday, September 19th at 6 and 8:15 for our next home games against the Cambria Golden Shield. It is the first food-covered game of the varsity season. All proceeds from the game will go towards the Student Association food cover. We will also be collecting non-perishable food donations. Hope to see you there.
And we're back. We're waiting both teams here after that unfortunate injury to Samantha Jones. Let's see here what the Wolves can do, because they're an all-around great team, but what can they do, and how do they bounce back after an injury to one of their best players? As we see, number 7, Hannah Parks, comes in and replacing Samantha Jones. She has a lot of responsibility here, playing the whole game, but especially on the offensive side, because Samantha Jones brings a lot of the offensive energy. Let's see here if she can produce at that same level here with Samantha Jones being on the bench.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't shatter any of the team morale. They've still got the rest of the match to go. They got another 45 minutes after halftime. Everything will surely be fine. We just got to keep that offense up, got to keep that defense up.
Dubois possession of that ball, finding her teammate in the middle, trying to find Parks, not able to get to that ball. Paquette, great defensive presence there. It's going to be a goal kick, and it's going to be Ware probably kicking that ball off.
So far, no changes from before the injury, but
Ware is ready to kick it off from the goalie crease. Trying to get number 15, not able to. Trying to find Parks once again. Paquette is there to play defensively, and it's going to be another corner kick for the Wolves. No, it's a throw in here, almost a corner kick. Trying to get Parks involved in this offense early. Dubois pressure there with Parks.
Oh, a little tumble. Whistle's blown.
McPherson is there defensively. So we're seeing here, this is 3 opportunities that the Wolves have, and they try to get Parks involved. They're trying to get the new player that just came in the game to replace Samantha Jones involved in the offensive game. So great job by them trying to get her involved. Parks got to find a way to get that ball on that left side, as we see a throw in here made by Woodcock. All the way to Parks once again, trying to find Dubois, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here for St. Lawrence College.
Yeah, their substitution's got big boots to fill, but right now it seems like she's filling them pretty darn well. Throwing comes through to number 18.
As we see here, Corbet with the ball. Good defensive presence by Woodcock, who clears it. Arsenault clears it out to Algonquin zone. As we see a nice presence here made by number 10, Little John, making her presence felt. As we see Aubin passing off to Vaninga. Vaninga trying to find her teammate. Has Aubin on their left sides. Aubin with the ball. Passing it off to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to get there. She gets there. Passing it off to her teammate. That's Vaninga. Vaninga coming up from a defensive position. Pressure by Surge. Vaninga passing it inside. She's got Aubin. Aubin trying to make a move. Get the ball to Young. Mater is there, gets cleared out by Surge. Vaninga is there. Corbet with some pressure here. Let's see her if she can get involved here. As you see Mater rushing on the right side, trying to cross it in, not able to cross it in.
We're going on back to the corner here.
As we see another corner kick here for the Wolves. We see Young taking this corner. We have another corner kick here. Great opportunity here for the Wolves. Let's see here. This is another goal for Algonquin. Ball's up, and it's floating around in the middle there. It's able to get cleared. It's get kicks in net. No handball there. It gets cleared out by Surge. It's going to be another corner kick as we see number 21, Young, attempted against De Cruz right there for assistance. Paige King out of her net. Woodcock is on Corbet. Let's see here if this is another opportunity for the Wolves. Pass it out to De Cruz. De Cruz crossing it in. And she's able to get in.
And
that's a goal for Algonquin. That's a great opportunity, and they make it good for them. That's 2-0 for Algonquin. I believe it got deflected there off of the Cruz crosser by number 7, Hannah Parks. I believe Hannah Parks got a little deflection there and was able to get that goal for Algonquin. Great cross by number 17, De Cruz. So corner kick, great opportunity for your offensive game, and they're able to translate it into another goal, going up 2-0 here, approaching the 40-minute mark of this first half.
I was going to say a good portion of Algonquin Wolves' offense has always been those corner kicks. And every time a corner kick goes through, you're on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's going to happen.
100% here as we have a sub here. Number 9, Kira Hemming is on the pitch for Surge.
Good offense coming in here from the Wolves.
Woodcock not able to control. It's going to be a throw-in for Surge. Maybe this is an opportunity, Lucas, for St. Lawrence to be able to produce on the offensive side, as we see them a lot of this first half being on the defensive side. As we see the Crews taking the ball, passing it up to Hannah Parks, who has options there. Oh, bang! Hannah Parks kicks it on net. Great save by Clark. Right there, Lucas. Parks was there. Obang was there. No communication between both of them. No one was able to take possession of that ball. And it's an easy save for Clark. As we see the Crews taking possession back of the ball, trying to find Parks. Parks on the left side. Not able, or she's able to save it from going out of bounds. She's turning it back. And it's a corner. She's going to regroup. It's, sorry, not corner. It's going to be a goal kick. Weir's going to take it off for St. Lawrence. And that's going to be a regroup opportunity for St. Lawrence, but also for Algonquin. Go back defensively, get back in the rhythm, get back on the game here as we're approaching the 45-minute mark here. It's going to be some added time. We'll see how much that is when it comes. As we see Bradley with possession of the ball, pass from the Crews. Vaninga on the right side making the push here. She has a lot of grass in front of her. She has a lot of her teammates passing it to Obang. Kicked out of bounds by Weir.
I know how earlier and before the match started, we were talking about how momentum can change the game, and right now, Wolves have got momentum on their side. They're always on the offense. They're always in the Surge's end zone, end area.
Throw-in is made by Algonquin College. As you see, a rush made. Ball is intercepted by Surge. As we see St. Lawrence getting a nice clear there. Vaninga coming off from defensive position, finding Cruz in the middle of the field, making a push to Woodcock. Woodcock trying to find her teammate, number 9 here, Kira Hemming, making her presence felt there on the defensive side. As we see Young taking control on the right side. Vaninga, another push made by her. You see a lot of her, Lucas, going from a defensive position and coming up, helping out on the offensive side.
It's all about that versatility. It's like a quick snap. You got to be on, or you got to be on defense. You got to be on offense.
Hemming passing inside to Obang. Obang with a nice pass. Hemming, great shot, great save by Clark. That right there was a great play made by Obang, finding her teammate Hannah Parks right there. Great job made by her.
Yeah, somebody's just on the ground right now. Very powerful shot coming in. Love the offense from the end of the Wolves.
It's fun.
We're waiting here as we have number 14 Paquette walking off the field. We have I don't believe I've seen someone come in yet. Okay, we're seeing them line up to come in now. I believe that's number 22, Camden Crawford, coming in for Paquette as she makes her first minutes of today's game.
We've got a minute left on the clock here. Waiting for halftime to hum. Maybe a play can happen from the Surge. Boot comes through.
Young finding the Crews. The Crews has Armstrong on the right side, decides not to take it. Has Vaninga. Vaninga pushing it up the middle field, trying to find Obang. Pass is a little too powerful. It's an easy scoop for Clark. As we're approaching the 45-minute mark before extra time, we'll await the ref signal for how much time that is. Corbin not able to control it. McPherson clears it. Bradley backs up, picks it up. We're not seeing Surge come in here and getting a lot of pressure offensively, as we have the official mention 4 minutes extra time, Lucas. We're going to see another 4 minutes before halftime. As we see Armstrong with possession of the ball, she sprints. She tries to get a pass to number 11, Maida, not able to connect there. Weir, number 12 for Surge, making her presence felt here. Pushing up for a defensive position, finding McPherson. McPherson trying to find a teammate, nothing's there. Dubois, pressure defensively. Going around the Crews, McPherson finding her teammate on the left side. And it gets kicked out of bounds by number 24, Vaninga. That's Lil John making her presence felt here on the offensive side. That was one of the first times we're actually seeing Surge come out here offensively, as we're seeing them kind of find a way to get through this Algonquin College defense. Weir deflects it, passing it off to number 13, McBride. McBride finding Corbet. Corbet getting pressured heavily by Bradley. Bradley, good job on her defensive pressure there. Paige King, possession of the ball. She's got Dubois. Hannah Parks take control of that ball. She kicks it all the way to Mater, who's not able to control it. It gets picked up by Arsenault, who gets kicked off our own teammate. Ball's up in the air. Clark will easily maintain control of that ball. Here we're seeing a lot of pressure here that last minute by St. Lawrence here. What do they need to do next time to try to actually get a goal here against Paige King?
I think St. Laurent, again, like we were saying, when they're in the end zone and they can get that offense started, then they're an unstoppable force, a force of object. It's all about getting that snowballing pressure. You just got to get the momentum, got to get it built.
100%. As you see Woodcock header here. McPherson coming on the right side, making a pass to number 9, Kira Hemming. Bradley getting the ball to side. Corbet comes in defensively. Vaninga a little too much force here with her foot on Corbet. It's going to be the first free kick here in the offensive zone for St. Lawrence College. This is a great opportunity for the Surge here to get a goal late in the first half and go into halftime with a goal on their side. Let's see here what they can do offensively. We're seeing here a difference, Lucas, compared to when Algonquin does their corner. Surge is keeping 4 of their players in the back and only having 6 players in Algonquin's territory. Algonquin brings a lot of the defensive players up. Why do you think Surge is doing that?
I just think Surge is just trying to maintain that pressure. Kick goes through.
Great goal here by Arsenault. Lucas, we'll get to you in a moment. That was a great free kick made by number 15, Gwen Arsenault. I just said it before she kicks the ball, before I asked you your question. Sorry to cut you off there before you even had a chance to speak, Lucas. But right there, that was a great free kick for her. Curves it in the middle of the right side of that net. Paige King dives, not able to get contact on that ball. 2-1 is your score as of right now, late in the first half.
Again, like I said, it's always that. Starts with 1, right? You always get that 1, and now the snowball is a turn. And the snowball is going to keep on turning, and we're going to see who's going to crash into it first, either the Wolves or the Surge.
100%, Lucas. But to answer my question, why do you think Surge didn't bring a lot of players in Algonquin's zone compared to Algonquin? They do a corner, they have a lot of players coming up in Surge's defensive zone.
I think they're just trying to weigh out the risk-reward, right? If they have more players on defense, that means if a play happens, they have more players able to defend that ball.
As we see Armstrong pushing it up. Clark is there to recuperate that ball. Not a lot of time here, Lucas. Clark boots it off. Ball's up. Header by Dubois. Parks is there, trying to find Dubois, not able to get there. McPherson pass it off to Braga. Kira Hemming not able to control that ball, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw, and Woodcock there is going to throw it in for Algonquin, finding Dubois, who's not able to control that. Hannah Parks is there for a lot of that defensive pressure. That is what we have for you guys for the first half. 2-1 is your score. Algonquin's leading over St. Lawrence. Lucas, what's your take on this first half for defensively for both of these teams?
I think defensively for the first half, they were getting felt out. By the Surge was feeling out of the Wolves, trying to see what's going to make them bite, and I think they found out what made them bite with that penalty kick.
100%. Offensively, what have both of these teams done to get on the scoreboard? 2 goals for Algonquin, 1 for St. Lawrence.
Offensively, the Wolves are always there. They're always making the passes. They're always getting there on the receiving end. They're always intercepting whenever the Surge passes off the ball.
100%. Lucas, Surge comes in here very late to get 1 goal here on the scoreboard. They needed it. The whole first half was in their zone, so it was good for them to get a free kick, and great job by Gwen Arsenault to get a goal for her team. Now St. Lawrence goes into halftime, only down 1. Algonquin played a very good job there in the first half. Now we're going into halftime. Lucas, we're going to be back with you guys very soon. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Seth Poirier, and alongside me is my color commentator, Lucas Gallen. Don't go away. We'll be with you guys very shortly after this halftime break.
Not too bad. Love it. I told Angus I'm going to be repping. Good yourself. He playing?
No, I came back to do bartending. Now I can't come back.
Anybody?
I could.
240. Here we go. Let's hear it for our winner.
Some plays that these girls should be making that will absolutely just like advance our gameplay. We were like right next to the yeah, we're like right next to the These watch us or no? They are.
Oh yeah, I don't have that. I wish, man. All the time people get on the phone. Yeah, I know. I killed it, bro.
Turn out, eh? But the men's one was more. I don't know if it's
Yeah, but we'll take care of that. Graphic.
They went and got more benches.
We don't do passengers, we file.
They went and got metal benches. And they put them on the
Quick.
Sorry.
You guys are here. Repping. Home opener.
Yeah. You need
a second comment. So that's
Usually we sit down there, but well, he's here, but I think he's
Yeah, she will be. Yeah. Team captain for the women's basketball from last year.
Deja.
She's here. I don't know if she left, but she was.
No, I saw her briefly.
I recognized her.
Ever has a sick day, just like call me. I'll be here.
No, I'm going to call you out. Let me know when you go back so I can come with you and tell you.
But there's like 5 billion people. So I thought you would know, so I waited. I don't know. Oh.
How long till halftime done, right?
At least they didn't set the clock. I don't know.
10 or 15?
Roughly 15, but it's never consistent.
Okay. I wasn't gonna miss you.
Trying to find.
Hmm?
I don't think.
She probably went inside. Oh, she's right there.
Oh, she is?
Okay, so anytime we reach out, you're definitely willing to come back. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. I'll send you an email.
Yeah, so I brought out a few chairs and some more. I came in house one. I only saw one and I brought out I think it's someone that's
Basketball, volleyball.
We'll pull out a chair. Or if they have it. Yeah. Same thing for indoors too, so that comes.
Where's Charlene?
DB1. Look, good camera.
When I went out, 4 half was 325. But now they're starting to trickle around. That's not good. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. They're just waiting for all that. Now, she sees me. So they are. Oh, she doesn't see me. There's a bell. Not helping me out.
But it's going to be a different.
I just don't know if we should go get more benches.
A lot more we can do at the gym. Anything
Just a reminder, there's free character sketching right outside at the hype zone. The hype zone right behind the bleachers. Free character sketching until 8:30.
I grabbed this crispy. I put one in my bag and I can see like this.
Oh, this is so nice.
You're about to have the best view because you're tall. Still pretty tall, or it's actually
Hi and welcome back to this OCAA matchup between the 1-0 St. Lawrence Surge and the 2-0 Algonquin College Wolves. Lucas, we have a 2-1 game in front of us. It's anyone's game. Surge came in late with a nice free kick goal to make it 2-1 going into halftime. What do you think was said in that locker room for St. Lawrence, and what do you think was said in that locker room for the Wolves?
I can tell you what easily they said for the Wolves. They said offense, offense, offense. Keep on pushing. Just brute force your way through that goal. And for the Surge, just pick a side. You got to commit to your offense. You got to commit to your defense. If you commit to one, then everybody will be on the same page, and then we'll have a nice, clean game.
100% here. Big loss for the Wolves. Samantha Jones exited the game. She's gone. We saw ice on her ankle. Hopefully it's not a long season-ending injury for her, because you know how well she has an impact on this Wolves offensive game. But number 7, Hannah Parks, came in the game for her, and right away her teammates were trying to get her involved early, trying to get in the ball, and they were feeding her passes, and they were trying to get her to get involved in the offensive game. What type of strategy do you think St. Lawrence is going to keep with? Are they going to stay on the defensive side, or are you going to try to be more aggressive on the offensive side?
I think at the beginning of the match, St. Lawrence was feeling out the Wolves. They're trying to see what's going to make them budge. I think they're going to swap and go for a full offensive play here, because it's going to complement the Wolves, how they play. The Wolves are going full offense. I think the way you match, the only way you can is match. You can either have a way better defense or just match the offense, go goal for goal.
100% here. Samantha Jones, last year's matchup in their 5-0 win against St. Lawrence, she had a hat trick in that game, so you know how well her presence is felt on the offensive side. Let's see here as we kick off. Algonquin, their white uniforms going left to right here. St. Lawrence in their red uniforms going right to left. Algonquin starts with the ball. That's the Crews with the first possession here, as we see Surge swarm here on the left side of the pitch. Surge take control of the ball, trying to find a teammate. Corbet trying to make herself available. That's a pass that gets intercepted by Bradley, who passed it off to her goaltender, Paige King, who hasn't seen much action other than that free kick. That was a goal late in the first half, Lucas. We're seeing here Armstrong trying to make a run for it. Mercedes Vaninga with the pass there, gets intercepted. Armstrong all the way back, too young. King takes control of the ball, as we see Woodcock on that left side now. Dubois on the left side in Sturgis zone. Great play made by Arsenault, forcing a throw in here. That could have been dangerous here for Dubois and for this Wolves team, Lucas.
I'm feeling that the St. Lawrence is pushing in on more offense. I think they're getting that momentum built up from that free kick, and I think they're going to take it all the way.
100%. Bradley takes control of that ball, passing it over to the right side of the pitch to Vaninga. Mercedes takes it up. You know how she likes to push it offensively, trying to find Armstrong. It gets deflected by number 10. That's Kelsey Littlejohn. Throw in here is recepted by Young. Young trying to find her teammate, not able to connect to the Cruz. Woodcock comes up in St. Lawrence offensive zone. Great pass to Dubois. Dubois not able to control it cleanly. Gets bumped there by Kira Hemming. Dubois take possession of that ball, and it gets kicked out of bounds by the St. Lawrence defense. It'll be a throw-in for Woodcock. Algonquin putting a lot of pressure offensively on this St. Lawrence defense. St. Lawrence got to find a way like this right here. As we see Corbet with her touch here, gets intercepted by Bradley. Obey takes a shot on net, goes wide right. Lucas, we're seeing here Algonquin put a lot of pressure against this St. Lawrence defense. What does St. Lawrence have to do to stop this very fast and energetic offensive game by this Wolves team?
Again, we're in the second half here. I think the Wolves are starting to get worn down. The morale is low. I think their stamina is also dwindling. You just got to keep on pushing, and eventually something's going to break, and you're going to get that goal that you need to continue snowballing.
Woodcock taking possession on the left side. Trying to pass it up. Good play by Braga to kick it out of bounds. It's going to be a goalie kick, which means number 12, Isla Ware, will kick that off. Let's see here what St. Lawrence has in store here. She boots it off. Header up in the air. Frew has possession of that ball. Armstrong coming down. Veninga passing it off to Armstrong. Armstrong in the pink boots here. Pushing it up on the right side. Trying to find Parks. Obey with the ball here. Deep inside the Surge zone. Trying to cross it in. Great defensive pressure here by Surge. And that's a clear made by St. Lawrence. Well needed. They needed to regroup defensively, as we're seeing the throw in here by Mercedes.
St. Lawrence just got to make it onto the other side of the green, and we're going to continue our foundational offense on the other side, but right now we're staying near their home.
Weir is going to throw it in here for St. Lawrence. Frew is not able to control that. It's going to be thrown here for Algonquin. Armstrong is going to leave it for Mercedes Veninga. Mercedes deep inside St. Lawrence College defensive zone, throws it in off the chest of a St. Lawrence defender. Armstrong, nice move to the inside, able to get it back on the inside, not able to get control there. Great play defensively by Arsenault. It's going to be a corner kick here for Algonquin. Great opportunity for another goal to add to their score here. Already 2-1 here for the Wolves. Corner kicks up. Ball's up. Header made. Great play. Corbet is there to receive it. Great play by Woodcock. St. Lawrence trying to find a way to get that offensive playmaking. Deep inside St. Lawrence zone once again. Number 21, Jasmine Young, forcing the throw-in for Surge.
Energy's high for Algonquin. They're always jockeying for the ball, and they're going no contest against St. Laurent. Got to see more of that energy. Got to see more of the morale coming up, and I think this might be a swift victory for Algonquin.
Number 4, Tuesday Kaiser is ready to throw it in. Algonquin pressured by Armstrong. Number 10, Lil John, is there defensively. It's going to be another throw-in for the Wolves. For the past 2 minutes, Lucas, the ball has been in the St. Lawrence College defensive zone. Let's see if they can get it clear here and regroup defensively, and that's what they need here. If you're St. Lawrence, you need this call right here, as you see Ware about to kick it off.
Hopefully this kick can restart some of that offense for St. Lawrence, and we'll get them on to the other side.
Ware is awaiting to boot this off. She boots it off. Header by Young. Obeying with the ball. She's causing a lot of pressure. Back inside of Mater. Great kick and decision making by Clark to stop that offensive attack. The Crew's passing inside to Dubois. Gets kicked out. Almost out of bounds by Kira Hemming. Woodcock coming up from her defensive position. She's curving inside, not able to get the control she wants and able to get the play that she wants to make happen. It's going to be a goalie kick, which means number 12, Isla Ware, is going to kick it off.
That play by the Wolves, it was almost good to get that goal, but it's just a little unlucky on the timing. If we were a little bit faster, maybe we could have seen something differently.
100%. Ball's up. St. Lawrence is making a push offensively. Great play here made by McPherson, controlling that ball. Intercepted by Mercedes. Take back by the Crews, who gives it back to number 3, Ashley Woodcock. Number 7, Braga is there for St. Lawrence. Algonquin, a lot of speed on that left side. O'Bank takes possession of that ball. Surge is there defensively. A push is made. Ref says play on. Algonquin throw in. They're going to calm the game down a bit, Lucas. They're going to take a little bit more time here to try to create a nice opportunity for them to get another goal here on the scoreboard.
We just need our players resting up. We need everybody's energy to be high. We need everybody to be still jockeying for that ball. Keep on scrapping and make sure you're always in the play. Make sure you always get the pass. Make sure the pass is always well communicated.
Mercedes, great move. Going around Corbet and Lil John, making a pass to Hannah Parks, who tries to connect to Mallory Armstrong. Not able to get a connection there. It's going to be another throw in deep inside the Surge territory. Number 4, Tuesday Kaiser throws it in. Mercedes is there. Corbet comes in front of her, gets possession of that ball. Armstrong is there, pass it off to the Crews. The Crews cutting inside, getting on the right side of this pitch, trying to cross it in. She has numbers. She crosses in, it gets deflected by Tuesday Kaiser. It's going to be a corner kick, another great opportunity here, Lucas, if you're the Wolves.
I'm just hoping that something can be done with these kicks and these throw-ins. We need to see something get started. All I've seen right now is just a kick being made, a defense happening, and then the Wolves swooping in and trivializing their defense, making it all for naught.
Arms up. Corner's made. Ball's up in front of the net. And it's almost another goal for Algonquin. He got cleared by St. Lawrence. Great clear made by the Surge. Not allowing another goal here for the Wolves. Another cross is made. And it's a save made by Clark, who scoops it up and is about to boot it off. That's a great opportunity if you're Algonquin, but great job by St. Lawrence here to get that ball away from their zone to not allow another goal here on Algonquin's part.
Could have seen our 4th goal of the match, but alas, it's just we need more communication, higher octane, but this could be it right here.
As we see here, once again, another corner, 30 seconds apart from each other. Let's see here, we saw a great opportunity just 30 seconds earlier. Let's see if Algonquin College can get another goal here off a corner kick. We're waiting here. Arms up, balls kicked, balls up in the air. And it's a great catch, save made by number 31, the goalkeeper for St. Lawrence College, Maddie Clark, who's holding on to the ball. Boots it off, great boot up to almost midfield. Surge try to push it up. She's got Corbet, who's not able to get there.
This could be our opportunity for St. Lawrence here. Throw comes through from the Wolves. Header comes in from the Wolves as well.
As you see, Obey header across to Tuesday. Tuesday able to control her own. Armstrong is there present. Hannah's rushing across the right side. Isla, number 12, is able to get it out of bounds. Stop that offensive attack by number 7, Hannah Parks.
Seeing another throw-in coming here from the Wolves. This is a great opportunity to start more offense and get a 4th goal of our match.
As you see Ware with the ball in her own zone. Armstrong battling it out with Lil John. Mercedes passing across, hard pass to her teammate. The Cruz not able to control it. Bradley, cross-field pass to Woodcock. Woodcock making a push to midfield. No one's there, she'll take it herself. Big pass to number 2, Dubois, on the left side of the pitch. Cutting it back inside, crossing it in, all the way. Hannah, shoot, and it's a goal! Algonquin College, another goal for them. 3-1 for the Wolves. They go up by 2. Great pass here by the Wolves. That's a lot of ball movement. That's what you want from this offensive team. And Hannah Parks comes in and gets a goal here, replacing the great Samantha Jones.
Like we mentioned, she had big boots to fill, and she's filling them. All their offense has to start from either an advantageous position, whether that be a throw-in, a kick-in, or just a breakaway coming in.
Algonquin is 5th in the OCAA standings as of right now, number 1 in the East. Let's see if they can hold on to that as we see them going up by 2 here, approaching the 60-minute mark of this match. Lucas, right there, was a great goal, great pass. Get that ball inside. Obey finds Hannah Park. Hannah Park buries it into the net for her first of the match. Great job by Algonquin's offense to have great ball movement and find those open spaces and bury that ball past Maddie Clark for another goal for the Wolves.
What helps with the Wolves is that they got to keep on jogging. They got to keep the energy high, even if they need to match. They want to match with St. Laurent, but they got to keep it high. They got to be faster. They got to be stronger. They got to always be there.
100%, Lucas. As we see St. Lawrence having the ball out of bounds, will be a throw-in for the Wolves.
We know what happened last throw-in, Seth. It might be another mirror opportunity.
Ware is there with the ball. Has a lot of pressure by Hannah Parks. Hannah Parks in control, not able to get it in. Lojon passing it up to Corbet, not able to connect. Bradley to Woodcock. Woodcock pass is intercepted by St. Lawrence. Algonquin gets it right back. Tuesday is there with the ball, trying to pass it up. Connects to her teammate, number 10. Liljon back with the ball. She has Tuesday on the left side. Armstrong intercepts that pass. Nice move on the right side. She has Hannah in front of her. She's got Obey in the middle. Hannah Parks, right side of the pitch. Great play defensively by number 12, Isla Ware, able to cut that pass off. She has a lot of Algonquin players in her face. She's able to get it out. Great play by her. Young to the Cruz. The Cruz trying to find a way to get involved offensively. Pass it to Woodcock. Gets intercepted by McPherson. Trying to push to her teammate. She has Haley there. Doesn't want to take it. Ball gets intercepted by Mercedes Vaninga. Pressure by Lil John. Young to Woodcock. Pressure by McPherson. McPherson, great job defensively. Getting it off of Algonquin. It's going to be a throw-in for St. Lawrence. Lucas, this could be a chance for St. Lawrence to start something going for them.
Everything's got to have a start, and a throw-in is one of the best ways to do it here. I'm feeling that St. Laurent, they're not making their commits. They're always going in with the ball, and they're trying to just pass it off immediately. They're not running it all the way. They need to keep on pushing, keep on trying, keep that energy up.
100%, Lucas, as we see a sub here for St. Lawrence. As Lojon comes out of the game, as we see here, trying to get a number as Bradley passes it to Paige King. That's number 19 who hops in the game, Bianca Fumagelli, who hops back in the game here. Lil John and her has switched originally early on in the 20-minute mark, now back in the game. Fumagelli, let's see how she impacts the game offensively and defensively. As we see here, St. Lawrence trying to start something, not able to here, as we see Obeng passing it off to Mater. St. Lawrence starting to do something here. Number 11, Leah Osborne, was there trying to get her involved. They got numbers, they got red jerseys there, not able to connect. Dubois takes it up, takes a move inside. Doesn't like what she sees, go back on the outside. She has Mater there. She has Obey in front of her. Mater has incredible speed on the left side of that pitch. Goes inside. Trying to find her teammate Hannah Parks. Not able to find her. Ball gets deflected out off of St. Lawrence College player. It's going to be another corner here for Algonquin College.
We keep on saying this, keep on drilling into your heads, folks. Corner throws, corner kicks. Good way to start an offense. This might be another turnaround for the Wolves. I'm just hoping that St. Laurent will make a commitment. They need to commit to offense. It's a hard commit to offense. When they tried hard committing to the offense, they got the free kick.
As we see Young ready to attack that. Corner's up, great corner, back in, and it's another goal! Algonquin College, their 4th goal of the night, their 2nd one in the half. That was a great goal. Once again, you called it, Lucas, off that corner. Ball's up. I did not get a number there on who touched it. I believe it was Obey on that header, and I believe it is Obey with another goal adding to her mark here. That's her 4th goal of her 2025 season. She had 3 last weekend. She had 1 here today. 100% here. Lucas, you called the corner kick. Ball's up by number 21, Jasmine Young, and Obey does the rest. Header right in back of net. 4-1, 64 minutes here as we get here in the second half, Lucas.
The Wolves are starting the steamroller up. They're going to keep on going, keep that offense up. We might get another goal in this half.
St. Lawrence got to find a way to get on the offensive side, see if they switch up their strategy. Algonquin's not backing up. They're still putting a lot of pressure on the St. Lawrence team, even though they're up by 3 scores. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. It's going to be a goalie kick by St. Lawrence. That means number 12, Isla Ware, is going to take it, as we have 2 subs here for St. Lawrence coming in. Number 17, Katie Frew is coming off, as well as number 9, Kira Hemming, are both off the pitch. Number 20, Sydney Abink, is on the pitch here. And I didn't get to number 4, the second sub here for St. Lawrence. My apologies. 2 subs here for St. Lawrence as Algonquin still stays on pressure. Obey here. She already added to her goal mark. She was tied here with Samantha Jones for first place in the OCAA with goals. She just added another one. Obey, a great player, great offensive player here for Algonquin. She just keeps adding to her point total as we see a shot here by Mercedes Veninga trying to create opportunities for herself offensively. Had green grass in front of her, decided to take it. Easy scoop up for Maddie Clark.
I think St. Lawrence getting tired here. They're starting to feel the pressure. Eggs are cracking. We're getting subs are going on. We need to keep these guys, keep these players tired. We might want to go for more resets. We still need to push on for that offense.
As you see a throw in here for Algonquin. Veninga's about to take the throw in here for her squad. Trying to get that throw off to Armstrong. It gets hit out of bounds by Tuesday Kaiser's shoulder. So it'll be another throw in St. Lawrence College territory. Veninga getting it to Parks on that right side. Great defensive presence by Kaiser. It's going to be a goaltender kick here for St. Lawrence.
This goaltender kick, it's a great opportunity for everybody to get well rested up, make sure everybody's head's still in the game, get our communication on point, and get another start on our offense.
Number 12 is Isla Ware taking that kick. Obey takes control of that ball. She's rushing, passing inside to Mater. Mater shoots, and it's another goal for Algonquin. Lucas, that's the 5th one here we see today. We could see more. That was 2 goals here in the last 3 minutes for the Wolves. Great job by Obey finding her teammate Number 11, Danica Mater, and Mater does the rest and finds it back in the net. Once again, it's 5-1 for the Wolves here as we just hit the 67th mark of this second half. Lucas, that was a great pass inside, and Obang, we talked about her goal scoring, but what a way to assist her teammate there.
I was talking about how that goalie throw-in is a good way for everybody to get a rest on, but it works two ways. It's a two-way street. St. Louis will get their rest in, and the Wolves will get their rest in, allowing them to get more communication in, then they start their offense, and we get that goal.
Algonquin having pressure by St. Lawrence. That's number 5, Ava Hope, with a lot of pressure here against this Algonquin's team. Algonquin still remain with the ball. That's number 2, Dubois. Intercepted. St. Lawrence coming on the left side. That's number 20, Sydney Abing. She got in not long ago. Let's see here how her presence is felt. Number 17, the Cruz with possession of the ball. Trying to find a teammate. Clark comes out of her net. Boots it to midfield. Young is there for the ball. Number 18, McPherson for Surge. Not able to control it. Algonquin takes control. Veninga pushing it up. You know how she likes playing that defensive-offensive game when she sees green grass in front of her. Great defensive play made by Mercedes. Armstrong back to Mercedes. Trying to get around there, not able to. Tuesday, Kaiser, number 4 for Surge, does a great job as Mercedes Veninga goes down. Appears to be an injury here. Lucas, that was a great 1-2 for her, but let's talk about Mercedes Veninga, number 24, the defensive player here for Algonquin. She does a great job seeing grass in front of her. She takes what's given to her, and she's moving up the pitch and then finding her teammate. She doesn't sit back defensively. She's really a defensive, offensive player.
She can easily capitalize on when St. Laurent, the opposition, is making a bad pass and always be there to get that interception or restart their offense. Veninga's been on fire all game. Hopefully this isn't a career-ending injury. Hopefully she'll be fine.
She gets up. She's going to go to the bench. We'll get a sub for her. When I get a number here, I'll let you guys know. Veninga gets carried off the field by her teammate Bradley. Olivia Bradley carrying Mercedes Veninga off the field. Let's hope Veninga gets good because we know how well she is for her team on the defensive side and also on the offensive side. So let's hope that Samantha Jones and Mercedes Veninga recover soon because Algonquin needs them for next week. Next week, a doubleheader.
We still have 20 minutes left in this half until the end of the match, give or take. I'm hoping to see more offense coming from St. Laurent. They keep moving faster. I've been seeing them running circles around Algonquin, but Algonquin's always getting that one play, always getting that one thing that they need.
Alyssa Tate comes on for Mercedes Veninga, number 6. Let's see here how she makes her presence felt for this Wolves team. Armstrong trying to get Tate involved early. Tate with incredible speed off that right side, not able to get control of that ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goaltender kick here. Ware is about to boot it off for St. Lawrence College.
This is another good opportunity to get some rest in, make sure we get our communication on point. Kick goes through.
Sydney Abink not able to control it. Cassandra De Cruz is there for the ball. Dubois putting pressure on Hope. Out of bounds. It's going to be thrown for Algonquin. Back to Woodcock. Woodcock sees Bradley open. Gives it to Bradley. Bradley pushing it up. Haven't said her name in a while. Let's see how she does. Great cross right down the middle. Trying to find a teammate. Trying to find Mater. Not able to get there. Mater collides with Clark. Clark covers up that ball. She's slow to get up. Hopefully she'll be okay.
Whistle goes through.
And she goes down. She appears to get hurt after Mater and herself had a a bump in with each other. Bradley, great job with that cross there. Lucas, we haven't said her name in a while, but she creates a great job defensively, getting the pass from Woodcock and producing and able to get, try to get her teammates involved, trying to get that cross to Mater.
No one else to say. She does her job and she knows how to do it. Always see in the back, but we have a big offensive play coming in here from St. Laurent.
Bradley, great play defensively, clearing it off. Her opponent's going to be a throw in here for Algonquin. Woodcock is there to throw it in. Leah Osborne was there with Bradley, but Bradley wins that battle. Once again, another throw in here.
This is one of the first times that we're seeing St. Laurent take a significant amount of time in the end zone for Algonquin.
St. Laurent takes control of this ball here in Algonquin's territory. Let's see here what they have in store. Throw is made. Can't connect to McPherson. Bradley being attacked by Hope. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be one of the few goalie kicks we've seen by Paige King.
She hasn't been needing to get those goalie kicks in because her team's been always on the offense. Very little have they been on the defense. Always been for a quick little reset to get that boost of energy that everybody needs to start up the offense once more.
100% Lucas. And like we saw with St. Laurent, we have Woodcock taking the ball, passing it to Paige, who passes it all the way to Tate. Tate takes it up the left side, trying to find Aubin. Where's there defensively? Aubin takes control, nice move inside, finding her teammate in the middle. Not able to get there in time. Mater is there. Aubin trying to get to her teammate, not able to connect. Clark picks up that ball and boots it away. Ball goes almost to midfield. Cassandra De Cruz is there to receive it. Ashley Woodcock has possession, passing it back to Bradley. Olivia Bradley passes it off to Alyssa Tate. Alyssa Tate has a lot of green grass in front of her. Pressure there by number 20, Sydney Abing for St. Laurent. Tate switch it off with Armstrong. Tate still kicking the ball. Kicked out of bounds by number 19, Bianca Fumagelli. Tate throwing it in, trying to connect to her teammate, not able to get there. Sydney pass it off to Weir. Weir kicks it all the way to the front to number 11, Leah Osborne. Woodcock all the way back to your own zone. Regroups. This is a great chance, Lucas, if you're the Wolves, to try to find another way to get another goal here on the scoreboard. Dubois is there pressuring Braga. Woodcock comes down, passing inside. She's got Aubin there.
Just jockeying for the ball right now. Absolute scrapping on both ends of the team.
Deflection made. Ball goes inside. Ball's up. Great play made by Tuesday to get that ball out. Armstrong. Great push here by number 19, Bianca Fumagelli. As we see a sub here for St. Laurent. Looks like number 19, Lucas, is going to sub out. Not true,
so.
sorry, wrong number. I cannot see that number. My bad. My apologies for the viewers at home. I did not get that number for who came on and who came off.
Besides that fact, we got a throw-in coming in here from Algonquin. It's going to be another way. I keep on driving this into your viewers' heads. Keep another way to start up the offense. The Wolves don't need it, but it's good for us to make sure that we always have the offense going. We're always going to getting in this side of the green. Wolves fans getting hype.
100%. Wolves fans, they show out for their varsity sports teams every game, Lucas. As we see Dubois with the ball, passing it to Woodcock. Ashley Woodcock pushing it out the left side with her speed. Coming in, controlling it, crossing it in. She has the Cruz. The Cruz trying to cut back in. Falls down, tries it and kick in, not able to. Great play defensively by number 17, Katie Froome. It's going to be Algonquin's ball again.
We're in the same spot as we were last half, where we are on the opposition's green grass. We are getting a throw in on. We might see another goal here. We might get that offense started up again.
Throw-in made by the Wolves. Goes all the way out of bounds. Isla Ware is going to boot this off once again as we're approaching the 80-minute mark of this 5-1 Algonquin lead here against St. Lawrence College. It's going to be handball here. She knew it. St. Lawrence takes possession. Let's see here what they can do. Who's going to get involved? What they're going to do for the offensive strategy. Lucas, it's going to be interesting to see. Weir kicks it off.
Kick goes in. Let's hope they maintain possession. St. Lawrence loses possession to the Wolves.
Clark comes off her own net, kicks it off. Number 16, Kayla Latmer for the Wolves is the one that comes in for the substitution here. As we see Armstrong rushing in on the right side, trying to find her teammate, not able to. As we see Kaiser, big defensive play. Bradley gets possession of the ball, pass it all the way back to her goalkeeper, Paige King. Paige King to Woodcock. Woodcock on the left side of the pitch, passing it off to Young. Young, big pass all the way to Obey. Obey, clear, breakaway. She shoots. Big save made by Clark. Lucas, what opportunity for this Wolves team. But Obey is not able to find the back of the net. Great save there by Clark. She had a breakaway. Clark comes up big. Clark is a big reason for her team's success. And in this game, she made a big save early and late here. As we see here, breakaway made by the Wolves. She's able to come up big for her squad.
That massive breakaway is going to give a big morale boost to the Wolves. Not that they need it, as they are up 5-1 right now. The game's not over until it's over, not until that clock hits, not until that whistle blows.
Woodcock header to Bradley. Bradley controls it all the way to Paige King. Paige passing it off to Tate. Tate has green grass in front of her, decides to take it. She runs it up. She has Sydney on her left hip. Ball goes inside. Mater's there. Number 16 for Algonquin, Kayla Latmer, tries to take a shot. Goes wide right. Clark will put the ball down for Ware. Two subs here for St. Lawrence coming in.
I'm seeing St. Lawrence playing less and less on the Wolves' halves of the green. I think they're slowing down. I think this is substitution just to get everybody's energy up. Hopefully, we can still see and have ourselves a match here for the last few minutes.
Number 22, Cameron Crawford is off. Number 11, Leah Osborne gets off as well. As we see two new players here for Surge coming in. Number 6, Haley Corbett back in the game. And number 16, Sophie
Complete back and forth coming in here between St. Laurent and the Wolves. Interception made from Algonquin.
Kayla Latmer almost had a shot there. Tuesday Kaiser passing it off to her teammate, number 19, Bianca Fumagalli. Sydney pass it off to her teammate. Try to get the ball to number 6, Haley Corbett. She's rushing. Tate passes back all the way to Paige. Haley still putting pressure on Paige. Paige finds Ashley on the left side.
These Wolves are ruthless in their aggression today, Seth. I'm seeing big hero plays coming in, and 90% of the time they're working out.
Where pressure made by Algonquin. As we see Sydney Abing coming in here. in that middle of this pitch. Tate takes control. A lot of green grass in front of her. Abing still causing pressure there. Latmer trying to find one of her teammates. Finds Tate. Tate trying to find her teammate. Crossing it in. And it gets kicked out by the Surge. Ball's up. And Clark will be there for the save. And it's going to be a boot made by Maddie Clark.
Right now, the Wolves are just trying to hold their lead. They're not trying going for many hero plays, but when the opportunity arises, they will still go for them.
Armstrong trying to do a move. Great job defensively by number 19, Bianca Fumagelli, not allowing Tate to do a move on her. As you see, 3 subs here for Algonquin. Dubois gets off. Mater gets off. And number 25, Obank gets off. So we're seeing 3 big subs here, 3 big offensive players coming off the pitch for the Wolves.
Again, offense no longer needed. We just need to hold out, make sure the ball goes nowhere near home.
3 players for Algonquin coming in the game here. Number 4 for Algonquin, Sabrina Fraser, is in the game.
Defense is good on the Wolves here.
St. Lawrence clearing it. Haley Corbett with the ball here midfield. Pressured by Woodcock.
She gets met with a wall of Wolves. Not allowed to make it past the halfway mark.
Clark scoops up the ball as we're hitting the 84-minute mark of this match between the St. Lawrence Surge and the Algonquin College Wolves. It's going to be a throw in St. Lawrence. Algonquin not letting off the pedal here. Game's not over. They're still forcing a lot of offensive pressure against the St. Lawrence defense. St. Lawrence have an opportunity right here. Isla Ware is going to take this free kick for St. Lawrence. Let's see here what the Surge can do from this free kick. Ball's up. Woodcock, good play defensively. Trying to get it out. Not able to. Bradley heads it off. Sabrina Fraser gets it off to Armstrong. Armstrong passing it up. Great job by Tuesday Kaiser to get it out. Not able to get it out cleared. The Cruz coming on the right side. Kaiser passing it off to Sydney. Sydney Abink trying to get the ball to Corbett. Not able to. Woodcock clearing that ball away. Bianca Fumagelli coming in the middle, able to get that ball out.
Steph, I've been saying this all game, but all I'm seeing is I see the Wolves making an action. St. Lawrence always on the back foot. They have to react to whatever the Wolves are doing. I wish that St. Lawrence would be the one making that action, making the Wolves have to react to what St. Lawrence is doing.
100% here, as I do believe the other sub on the offensive line here for Algonquin is number 19, Charlize Baker. I do believe, Lucas, that is number 19 playing there. So let's see here what she can do. As we see here, St. Lawrence a lot in the Algonquin zone. Corbett falls down, no call by the official. Kicked out of St. Lawrence zone, ball goes out of bounds. It remains Surge ball, and they keep moving down in Algonquin College territory.
Throw goes out.
Crosses in. Able to get it out here. Another throw in for St. Lawrence. Bradley. Sydney gets control, not able to get a nice shot off. Bradley's there. Is going to kick it out. Find her teammate. Latmer. Armstrong. All the way up. Kaiser's running down. The Cruz is there. Ware picks up the ball. Nice move getting around the Cruz, trying to find a teammate. No one's there available for her. She kicks the ball up, trying to find McPherson. McPherson to Corbett. Corbett, good play by Bradley. Corbett remains control of that ball. Passing it up to that right side. She's got Hope. Hope tries to cross it in to number 19, Bianca Fumagalli. And that's going to be a penalty kick awarded to St. Lawrence. It's going to be a handball against Algonquin. This is a great opportunity here for St. Lawrence to get another goal here late in this second half.
If we know anything about St. Lawrence and their history of penalty kicks, we already know how this is going to go.
It's going to be number 18, Kayla McPherson, attempting this penalty kick. McPherson placing the ball. She's very strong. She has a very strong presence in the middle of this pitch. Handball against the Wolves, caused by the great pressure by St. Lawrence. McPherson kicks it, and it's a goal for St. Lawrence. McPherson off the penalty kick. 5-2, 88 minute here, Lucas. That's a mistake by the Wolves. And St. Lawrence is going to go fast. They're going to put the ball down, but great job for them getting on the scoreboard. But is it too late?
I think that, hopefully, I know the Wolves have been good all game. Not a lot of handballs, only 2. Keeping their fouls clean, keeping a nice, clean game. But St. Lawrence seems to be very powerful in their kicking and on their penalty kicks.
100% the Cruz to Woodcock. Woodcock to number 12, Zoe Cutchland. She's also a new sub that came in. As we're approaching that 90-minute mark. Big shot, big save by Clark. Number 12, Zoe Cutchland on that kick there. Great power, but Clark was able to catch that ball safely as she kicks it all the way to number 16, Ladmer. Ladmer intercepts that. Where? Getting around this, she has incredible speed here as we're approaching the 89th minute and 32nd mark. Where? Trying to get around this Algonquin's offensive pressure. The Cruz is there, intercepts the ball, passing it up to her teammate, and it's kicked off by Clark. Great job by Maddie Clark, able to get that ball out of her territory.
Any goal here is just added fuel to the fire.
Haley Corbett has possession, intercepted by number 17, Cassandra De Cruz. De Cruz passing it up all the way to her teammate, Zoe, not able to connect. Clark clears it. Bradley, possession. She's going to control it. Time goes down. She's going to pass it back to Tate on the right side. Tate's going to take her time. Passing it to Latmer, back to Armstrong, back to Bradley. And Algonquin's going to play safe here, and go home here with a 5-2 victory. Home opener victory for the Wolves as we're counting down the last seconds here. 3 minutes here left. Paige King boots it up. Mistake here, the Cruz.
This might be an opportunity for St. Lawrence, but Wolves boot it out back to the back left.
Jasmine Young is able to clear to number 12, Zoe Cuckland. Young to Zoe. Zoe has a lot of room. She has her 2 teammates there. Number 16. Not able to connect. Ware able to clear out that ball. Time is winding down. Algonquin holding on to this 3-point lead here late in this second half.
I feel Algonquin could have had a much stronger lead if they just got a grip on with their offense and being swift and being versatile.
100% Lucas, as Ware will boot it off for St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence getting ready, getting in position. Ware boots it off to her teammate. Caitlin Free has possession. Intercepted by Zoe. And it's out of bounds. It's Algonquin's ball. Zoe throw in, deflected on the play. It's going to be a corner kick here for Algonquin, as Algonquin's looking to add on to their 5-2 lead. Corner kick here for the Wolves. Great opportunity for another goal chance here if you're Algonquin. Hands up. She passes it to the Crews. Great defensive pressure by St. Lawrence. No one can get control of the ball. The ball goes out of bounds. It remains Algonquin College ball. So it'll be another throw-in for them.
We already know how the corner goes and how the corner is with the Wolves. Nothing but good. The corner's been good to them all day today.
Once again, another great chance here on the corner late in the second half. And that's the whistle. Game's done. 5-2 Algonquin win over St. Lawrence. They continue their win streak here, winning versus Durham, and Fleming last weekend winning here versus St. Lawrence, almost by the same score from last year. Lucas, what's your take on both these teams here today?
I'm happy to see the evolution of how Algonquin was playing throughout the game. Initially, they were playing nice and slow, but when they got their tempo going, they just went fast, fast, fast. Especially with the star players. Unfortunately, what happened, the accidents happened, but star players were always there leading the play.
100% Lucas. 5 goals here for Algonquin. It's a dominant victory from the start. They played very strong offensively. The ball was in St. Lawrence zone for the first 20 minutes of this match here. St. Lawrence started to get a bit of fire going, but at the end of the day, Algonquin was the one to come out here on top. Before half, we saw a great free kick goal by St. Lawrence. They were able to get another goal, but they come up short against this Algonquin College Wolves team. 5-2 is your final. Lucas, any last words here before we sign off?
I have nothing else to say. You know, it's been nice being soccer. 2 penalty kicks were absolute peak soccer. Not a mind games coming in between the kicker and the goalie.
100%. And that's all for the matchup here in the OCAA match here between the St. Lawrence Surge and the Algonquin College Wolves. I am your play-by-play commentator, Seth Poirier, and I was alongside in the booth with my color commentator, Lucas Gallen. We'll see you next week when Algonquin has a doubleheader Friday and Saturday. See you guys next time.
Abby!
Came all the way here from bro, you not serious. I was like looking at this girl, she's like Isla. I was like, oh, Isla's goodness gracious, girl. No tears.